may only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Hey there, how you guys doing today? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with the cryptocurrency markets? Looks like we're still looking at some small declines here in the cryptocurrency market, but I mean, that's fine. It looks like it's all between 1, 2, 3%. I mean, and that's standard volatility with cryptocurrency. We got a market cap of $134.1 billion, meaning that we're still right there where we're supposed to be, or where we have been, if you're using that as a standard. We got 2.8 billion traded in the last 24 hours, showing me that volume's down, but I mean, it's the middle of the week. It usually is about this time of the week. We got 48.1% for a BTC dominance, and that's right where it's been as well. So I see cryptocurrencies trucking along as we're getting closer and closer to some of these upcoming conferences, possible hard forking of Bitcoin, Ethereum switching over into the new platform with its hard fork. So let's all just see how the future brings cryptocurrency, and I mean, it's all going to be going upwards as far as I'm concerned. Everything is positive. You just have to look at it in the right light. We got a BTC price of $3,890. It's down 1%, but that, nothing. So we got Ethereum coming in at $283. That's some sideways movement. We got Bitcoin Cash sliding back 3.3%, coming in at $466. Let's see. We got Ripple at 18.1 cents. That's down 1%. We got Litecoin at $52.13, slipping a little bit closer back to that safe zone area that I hate so much, where we get stuck there. But we're only sliding back 0.45%. Still not really a big deal. Hey, there we go. We got Dash making some gains upwards. I like it when my Dash makes me profit. Coming in at $354. That's up 7%. Let's see what else we got. We got NEM sliding backwards 2.8%, coming in at 22.7 cents. We got Monero rolling in at 94.21. That's down almost 1%. And we got Ethereum Classic down 1.5%, coming in at 11.13. Let me see. We got Zcash sideways movement there at $186. We got Steam down 1%, coming in at $1.10, and we got the Steam back dollar down 96 cents, at 96 cents, down 4.3%, showing me that these altcoins need to grow a little bit. Definitely we need to get the market cap up near that $150 billion mark again, right? So what are we looking at today for news? Well, seems like news is a little scarce of what's going on, but it seems like we're definitely starting to look towards what's going to be happening here in 6 weeks, in the middle of November. We got Segregated Witness 2X, coming up, the hard fork that's potential. Some people are dropping off here saying that they're not going to be part of the agreement anymore because the agreement's broken now that Bitcoin Cash is forked off of Bitcoin. Whether or not this is actually a legitimate reason to break the contract, I'm not a lawyer, right? But, as a user, you can't help but sit here and have your, want to weigh in on with your opinion, throw your ideals out there. And, a lot of people are leaning towards no 2X and, to continue along with just our segregated witness. And let's see how this can, make the network better. But those who are wanting the 2Xis are saying that, segregated witness has been adopted, and we're still not seeing the fees drop down as low as they were hoping it, so that they're hoping that if they go ahead and they add the 2 megabyte block size, that these fees will be dropping down, because they're still continuing to look to see about how we can make Bitcoin have micropayments without the fees killing you on the situation. This is a situation of patience. We expected segregated witness to take a little while. It's not necessarily segregated witness that was anticipated to bring down the fees as much as, these people are wanting the fees to come down. They're coming down on segregated witness based on the usage, which we seen yesterday was up to 3.5%. But, we need to get the use case up a lot higher to start bringing down the fees more. But we're going to be able to see a lot more fees decreasing as we get the second tier chains built on top of this with segregated witness. Especially once we get the Lightning Network up and running, like we can see it going, or starting to go on Litecoin, we'll be able to bring the fees down there as well. So whether or not a 2 megabyte block is the right ideal for what we need to do with Bitcoin, I'm not really here to say. I'm not a programmer. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy out here with a YouTube trying to make some money off Bitcoin and sit here and share my 2 cents. Usually what happens with Bitcoin is it makes decisions for me, and I just have to go along for the ride and not get caught up in all the fun and drama that's happening out there. So I'm sitting here and I got my cryptocurrency nice and safe locked away in my hardware wallet. I'm waiting along just like the rest of you guys to find out what's happening or what's going to happen. I'm going to keep my ear to the ground to find out what's going on with the news and, keep myself biased and not really take opinions one way or the other, with this matter. So, We also got Chinese news, as always. More FUD coming out of China. First, they didn't want the ICOs. Then we were looking at a situation of them shutting down the exchanges. Now we're looking at them shutting down all the exchanges. And now the FUD has increased to the potential of, the Great Chinese Firewall shutting down cryptocurrency coming in and out of the country. People in China not being able to mine anymore. That started springing fears about how China controls, 64% of the mining capability of Bitcoin. And then they look at the flip side of this and say that if China were to shut down and not be able to mine cryptocurrency, that it would definitely break up the mining pools and, decentralize it a lot more than what it already is because they control over 50%. But on the same hand, a lot of the processing that's coming out of China is, brought the difficulty up so high, so it'll take a while for the adjustment. Personally, I think that if China were to shut down mining or definitely scale back in some way due to regulation or laws over there, I don't think it would be the worst thing for Bitcoin. I think that a little more decentralization in the mining would be great. If a bunch of miners fell onto the internet at a cheap price, I know I might be trying to pick some up, and then definitely with the miners and the difficulty readjusting, it might give me a better chance at making some more profit. If I were to mine Bitcoin, I could see that. And, these are all pros as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure that in China, there's a will, there's a way, right? As they get out there, I'm sure that there'll be underground, cryptocurrency trading, and potentially even driving the price of Bitcoin up even higher. So, this could all be benefits for Bitcoin. Bitcoin was designed for this kind of a situation. It just seems like China's going to be the first country to go about testing, outlawing Bitcoin. So let them figure out how we're going to be able to skirt the laws as they continue to be outlawed here, across the Western world and whatnot. Eventually governments will have a problem with it, but right now at $134 billion of a market cap, they're not really all that concerned. This is a beginning of us starting to figure an answer for a problem that hasn't even arose on the horizon yet. So, and the last thing I got up here is that, Ethereum, the price is probably going to be moving upwards. They got the Raiden network starting to work. They got the ZK snarks yesterday. The new hard fork is coming up. Ethereum has a lot of things going for it. So, on the other side of all of this, we're probably going to be looking at an Ethereum price that's going upwards, an Ethereum network which is capable of a lot more to, be able to show us what cryptocurrency can do to bring value to the future of the world. And this is all wonderful. As always, I'm bullish on, most cryptocurrencies out there that aren't promoting scams, and Ethereum is one of them. Bitcoin, Dash, Litecoin, Nem, Monero. These are all great cryptocurrencies. They're all out there definitely trying to see what they can do to bring the best towards cryptocurrency and making it world adopted, bringing us the technologies we need. We just got to get a little better user interfaces, and then hopefully our moms and grandmas will be able to get on this stuff and really pump the price up for us. So as always, if you like everything that's going on here on Bitcoin and Coffee, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As I'm always saying, these numbers are growing and growing around here, and I love that our community is getting huge. And I love all the letters that you guys send me through my email and the free help desk service at eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. And as always, there's tools down there below to help you guys navigate these cryptocurrency markets, find exchanges, find hardware wallets, avoid scams through bad Bitcoins, and there's affiliation codes down there for Amazon to help you do some shopping if that's what you're looking for and give me a little bit of a kickback. If you're into Genesis Mining and you're doing that, I have a code down there as well that'll give me a kickback. And as always, if you're on Steam, please come over, upvote my post, even if it's just a little bit. It always helps. I love collecting my Steam. I hope that this stuff's going to be worth a lot of money someday. I think Steam is definitely going to be one of the social media platforms of the future. So if you're not on there, please come on over, sign up, collect that free cryptocurrency. You never know. And as always, donational address is down below if you got that extra cryptocurrency laying around. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, you guys. And remember, keep your Bitcoin safe.